This is Chicago's very own WGN Midday News.
This weekend, you can help raise money for a nonprofit that focuses on healing Chicagoland's children and families grieving the death of a loved one. Willow House is hosting its first comedy fundraiser, having people laugh through their pain. It's called Benefit of Laughter, and it's in Lake Forest. WGN's own Anna Bellaval is participating. Joining us now with details is Dr. Ritu Trivedi-Purohit, who is a clinical psychologist and the board of directors and co-chair for Willow House, and Victoria Bryant and her daughter Parker, who have taken part in some of the programs there. And to take part in those programs, obviously that means that you suffered a tremendous loss. And so I know it's really hard to talk about. You lost your husband and your father. That is so devastating. Can you talk to us about how challenging it is, but how much of a difference this program made?
I think before I was at Willow House, I would go to a grief group, and it's a little bit different when it was just because it was a lot of older folks who didn't have kids or had kids who were grown, and it's just a different. I'm not a single parent. I'm an only parent, and Willow House, and I thought it'd be good for her to be with kids that were her age, and were, you know, and that there'd be some community. And so I found Willow House, did some research, and found Willow House, and we've been going, I think, since May of 2017, and it's been great. It's great to spend the time after we all sort of have our pizza, and the kids go off to their groups, and then the parents all sit and we talk, because it's all pretty, you know, we can just share, and it's a community.
Parker, I know even adults have trouble talking about loss, and they, you know, sometimes people will avoid you because they don't know what to say. It has to be even more profound for you as a young child, and people just don't have the words. How important is it to have people who understand what you're going through?
It's very important. I mean, my friends, when my dad passed away, they didn't understand anything. They didn't really know how to act and like talk to me, but I told them what I needed them to do and how they needed to say it and all that, and now it's amazing. And through Willow House, I mean, I've met so many kids. I mean, even if they're younger than me, it's still really fun. I mean, I love kids, so I love playing with them and all that. I've met a few people my age, but it's really important. It's been really eye-opening because I felt like I was just alone. Nothing like this ever happened because I was the only kid at my school who this had happened to while I was at that school. I have other kids in other grades have lost their parents, but either way younger than I was. And yeah, it's just amazing, and it's been a lot of fun. I mean, all the people are so nice and so supportive, and sometimes we just end up talking about life instead of doing what we're actually supposed to be doing. So it's really fun. They're really nice and amazing.
Dr. Parker's story is so wonderful in the sense that she has found so much help there, but at the same time it seems heartbreaking because I think there are so many people there. Loss is so pervasive. We see the suicides at, you know, Parkland, even teenagers and firefighters and police officers, and of course cancer, which is so pervasive. What is the key to healing? And, you know, for those of us who are around people, how do we help them heal?
Yeah, that's a great question, and I think oftentimes people are at a loss. They don't know what to say and what to do, and so it's an important question. And I think healing is multifaceted. I think that early on, a lot of it is sorrow and grief, but we also know that there's a place for laughter and joy that can really, you know, bring a very sort of comprehensive healing process. I think that it's important to be able to take time to remember your loved one, to remember some of the silly things that they did, and to laugh a little, because it does help us heal from the inside. It helps us deal with stress. It helps us deal with moving forward, but also puts things in perspective.
When you talk about that laughter, sometimes we feel like we've had a loss, we're not supposed to laugh yet. Like, you know, what is the appropriate time? But what you're saying is laughter is really good.
Absolutely, because the stressors of grieving take a toll on our bodies, take a toll on our minds and our emotions, and we know that it's very stressful to be in a grieving process, right? And when we laugh, it can help reduce some of that stress. It can help boost our immune system and can help us feel better. And if it's temporarily, it helps us in the grieving process. So I think there's always time for laughter. Of course, it's got to be at the right time, and the individual grieving knows when that is. But don't be afraid to bring up funny stories about the one that's passed.
That's why this fundraiser is so important, and your speaking out is so important. Thank you so much for all you're doing, and for you for being here and being involved so much. That Benefit of Laughter is April 6th at the Gorton Community Center in Lake Forest. If you want more information, visit willowhouse.org. We'll also have a link to that information on our website at WGNTV.com/midday.